And welcome back to Hero Rise the Prodigy, Chapter 5, The Prodigies. This is our stats as of last time, which I forgot to do at the end of the video, but I've been kind of checking on it very often. So Justice has 68, Fame's 32, which it's not a good thing to be that on Fame. I want to be Fame, but Justice is fine too. Lawful 76, Lawless 24. I think that's the same. Defensive to offensive. Defensive went up again, which is fine. Defensive means I can live. Team player versus solo, that's still the same. Power has gone considerably low on my part. I know that if this is the finale fight in this one, I probably want to use as much as possible sparingly. If it's like any kind of game, then it'll be like, yeah, 3 boss stages. I don't know. My money, I don't see why that's important to me right now. I got a crap ton of it. Legends 9, which is the highest it said last chapter that it could be. Family is at 90%. Victon is at 23. I don't know who the 3 unknowns are yet. So, we're going on to chapter 5. When things snap back into focus, you find that you're in the foyer of a sleek loft. You clap your hand over your mouth and slide against the nearest wall, hoping no one has heard you. The telelock must have activated somehow despite the energy overload. Perhaps it was because Madame Vice was still nearby, or perhaps... How stupid are you? You hear a deep voice saying, interrupting your thoughts. You peek your head around the wall of the foyer, and see none other than Smither, sitting on a large metal throne staring at something across the room. He wears tight, black clothes, his bulging muscles covered in veins and bluish scars, the byproduct of gene splicing, ultra steroids. His face is equally scarred, scattered with stab and gunshot wounds. This effect makes him look considerably less than human. You can't help it. The sight of Smither sends a chill up your spine. You try to ignore this as you spot the large silver staff in Smither's hands, covered in gemstones the size of baseballs. That must be it. That's the Gravitas. You almost squeal because you've done it. You found the damn thing. You start to scroll through the ways you're going to spend the reward money, knowing that all you need to do is get your hands on it. Get the job done first, sir. Then you can think about the money. That is until your eyes settle on the 10 guards flanking Smither. Yep. Next to them stand 3 menacing figures you recognize as Smither's splice generals. One of them is 10 feet tall and made of stone. That must be the security general, Boulder. Another has elongated plastic fingers ignited by flames. That's the owner of Ace's High Casino, 3rd degree. The last has sharp knives growing out of every joint in her body. That must be Fracture, the drug queen. You want some drugs? I got a needle on my body. That's a knife. It's the same thing. You swallow a hard knot of fear balling up in your stomach. You probably would have had a hard time knowing on taking on just one of these criminals, let alone all of them combined. Suddenly, the Gravitas seems like an afterthought. How are you even going to get out of here alive? Which is what I said in the first place. With that in mind, you begin to consider your power levels. If you're going to survive this battle, you had better make sure you're properly equipped to do so. Luckily, your energy power allows you to recharge your levels. You can recharge your power, but it drains a proportionate amount of health. Likewise, you can heal yourself, but it drains your power. Your current power level is 64. Vegeta will be very pissed off at me. Your health level is 110. You're feeling strong, but that could just be the adrenaline coursing through you. You know that if it's either your levels drop to 0, you'll die instantly. So do you think you need to recharge your power before things start to get intense here? So if I recharge, I lose 36. I'm recharging. Let's 20. 20 is safe. 20 is a safe number. Gritting your teeth, you begin to siphon health energy from your body, a process that feels a lot like pulling every hair from your skin at the same time. Thankfully, it only takes a second and it's done. Your power level is 84 and your health level is 90. Ready to act, you tense all your muscles, hoping you have enough power and health to survive the night. That's when you realize Smither and his mob have all all have their weapons locked on something across the room. A young woman. She wears a bodysuit made of black Kevlar with one thick red stripe running up the center. Where the bodysuit ends, the red stripe continues to cover her face, showing only her deep burgundy lips, crystal blue eyes, and long dark hair. She looks statuesque, like one of those genetically enhanced Victoria's Secret angels. Ooh. You have my attention. Slugger, you think another hero has beat you to the punch, and she must be even more insane than you are since she stands unarmed, staring down the splice circle. I like her. You at the Great Lakes to find the base of operations, Smiley says, gesturing towards a large hole in the front next to the Kevlar girl, a sight that caused you to lose your breath. You realize that you know how far the telelock has taken you or how to get back outside. You snap out of it as Smiley continues. What are you here for? You look back to the Kevlar girl, remembering that Smiley has the power to elicit a truthful response from anyone he asks a direct question. A very handy gift for a powered mob boss. That must be why they haven't killed Kevlar Girl yet. Smither wants to know how and why she's here first. I'm here, she says softly, barely audible. To kill you. Suddenly, damn! Kevlar Girl produces two massive cannon guns and fires thick surges of laser energy into the heart of the circle. Within seconds, 4 guards in 3rd degree are crisped to ash right before your eyes. Your stomach turns as you realize it smells like a summer barbecue. Shit! A deafening roar erupts as the guards return fire. Fracture whips dozens of razor-sharp blades at Kevlar Girl, while Boulder moves to protect Smither from the fray. Smither shouts something at Boulder while waving the Gravitas, but you can't make out the words over the gunshots. You quickly generate a protective energy shield, terrified at catching the brunt of stray attacks. Looking through the blackish energy barrier, your eyes snap back to Kevlar Girl as she leaps into the air and does a series of flips, her movements creating a visible trail that blocks the barrage of bullets and knives. She must be able to generate some kind of flash shield with her movements. Kevlar Girl then lads and sends off another round of cannon pulses. You look back to Smither's corner and see that the blast took out around half the guards and left a large nasty burn on Boulder's back. You can hardly believe your eyes. This woman just killed close to a dozen people in a matter of seconds. An intense rush of dread overtakes you. This is a bloodbath. You did not sign up for this. You don't want to die today. But just as soon as these thoughts appear, you force them to your brain. You've been training this for your entire life. So what are you going to do? So that shield cost me 4. Okay. Jump right in and stop the killing. It doesn't matter who gets the Gravitas. Saving lives is more important. My only concern is the Gravitas. Wait for them to kill you. The only concern here was the Gravitas, right? She said she's gonna kill him, but if she gets it before I do, then bleh. So I got to wait for them to kill each other off. Then no. Frankly, if she's the last one standing, I'm dead. Flat out, I am dead. So if I can get it while she's occupied with the others, then yeah. You're a hero, but without a reputation and some money saved, you can't really do anything. The truth is, you need the Gravitas to launch your career. So without a second thought, you shoot forward in a blur, moving at top speed right towards Smither. Before he can see you coming, you crash into him and grab the Gravitas right out of his hands. Keenly aware of the bullets and blasting ricochet around you, you canvass the room and spot a window in the far corner. You have no idea where the window will lead. You just thankful if the room has an exit at all. Before you can move, you can see the crazy Kevlar girl drop her cannons and hold something new in her hands. A grenade. Though this looks unlikely any grenade you've ever seen before, it's intricately coiled with tech and its core glows cool blue. You dash toward the window, but Kevlar girl reaches the first, smashing her way outside and leaving the grenade behind as a parting gift. You struggle to get out, but the Gravitas blocks your path. Frantic, you drop it and push your way outside. Just as an intense flash of blue heat erupts from the headquarters, followed by a massive explosion that sends flames and debris flying in every direction. You manage to pull up over the blast, but not high enough. You scream as you feel the force of the explosion catch you in the back and send you reeling. What happened to my shield, bitch? How's my health? My health went down. Okay. takes several seconds for your head to stop, bringing in your vision to clear. When they do, you find yourself on the street below. The blast sent you a couple blocks down, significantly lowering your health. The grenade was some serious advanced technology. Where on earth did Kevlar girl get her hands on something like that? You look up at shed and some people flooding out of the front doors. The top half of the building rages with flames. Could it really be that Kevlar girl has done the impossible? Did she just take out Smither and half of the supply circle in one attack? Through the raging fire, you managed to make out Kevlar girl's shadow leaping onto a rooftop holding the Gravitas. She must have gone back and after the blast sifted through the wreckage to recover it, no doubt protected by her shield movements. You don't know whether to be horrified or impressed. The girl has some serious moxie. Still, you're not about to let her escape after she just murdered all those people, especially not with one thing that's going to launch your career. You fly after Kevlar girl. Yep, power level went down. But as you reach the roof, you find that she isn't fleeing. She's pointing the Gravitas directly at you. Before you can react, you feel the air around you twist with a sucking noise, and you feel yourself being pulled downward. You try to fight, but you can't stop yourself from crashing into the roof. It's like something turned your powers off, and a giant invisible hand is crushing you down. Then it clicks. The Gravitas must control gravity. Hey! No wonder Smither wanted to get his hands on it. An object that powerful would be useful to anyone, let alone a mob boss with a strictly defensive power set. Feels nice, huh? You hear Kevlar girl say from above you. But you don't have the patience for a snappy banter. You know this girl won't hesitate to kill you, so what are you going to do? I'm going to disarm her ass. Anti-gravity may affect your flight power, but won't affect your energy power. You let off a quick surge of Kevlar girls, unable to hit her. But as you feel the weight pushing down, you realize that you must have missed. Nice try, Dunce, she says, but you'll have to do better than that. You groan under the weight of the Gravitas push, knowing Kevlar girl is about to kill you, just like all those Splice Circles members. As your ribs start to creak under the pressure, you hear police sirens blaring. You've never been so happy to hear that sound. Suddenly, you feel the weight lift off your shoulders, and you spring to your feet just in time to see strapping a layer of plastic explosives to the Gravitas. Wait, stop, what are you? Just pushes away from you and holds the Gravitas out in front of her body. The name is Prodigy, chicken, she says, and you'll be seeing me again. Without a word, the game name Prodigy drops the Gravitas. Horrified, you watch as the Gravitas explodes at Prodigy's feet. A plume of silver smoke erupts into the sky as shattered gemstones go flying in every direction. You step back, covering your eyes to protect them from the explosion. And when the smoke finally clears, you feel that Prodigy has vanished. Only the Gravitas remains in charred pieces, destroyed beyond repair. Oh, no! Why would she destroy the Gravitas? No, now it's no use to anyone. It doesn't make any sense. Then another thought hits you. Before she left, Prodigy calls you Dunce. She knows your code name, but how? You've only been on hero scene for a few hours. How could she know? You hear the sound of police choppers swooping overhead, so you don't have much time to ponder this question. What are you gonna do? Try to find my contact from the Tracer arrest, Officer Sanders. I do like Officer Sanders. I'm going to try to find him. Hey, I got an achievement. Look at that. Alright, here's what you're going to do, Officer Sanders says quickly. When the police arrived, you ducked out of sight, not trusting anyone else to believe your story. You waited to see if Officer Sanders would show. Once he did, you managed to pull him into a back alley unseen with the help of some mega fast flying. You've just finished exploring everything that happened. Officer Sanders does not look happy. I'll tell you what you're going to do. Officer starts. You're going to get the hell out of here right now. What, you ask? Don't you need to take my statement? Or I believe your story, Dunce. But with this case, this big ruined, not to mention over a dozen murders involving the Splice Circle minute, no one else is going to care. They're going to want a scapegoat, and that'll be you. But it was Prodigy. She's the one who... Don't be stupid, Officer Sanders growled. You're going to be blamed for all of this, one way or the other. I'll try to vouch for you, but the best I can do for you is pretend I never saw you here. As much as you don't want to believe what Officer Sanders is saying, you know he's right. This whole debacle is going to make the MCPD look real bad, and it'll lessen the blow if they have a rookie here to pin it all on. Which brings one major question to your mind. Why are you going to do this for me? You ask, arresting me only would be a good thing for you. Officer Sanders stares you down, probably wondering the same thing himself. Then he just shakes his head and walks out of the alley. Let's just say I have a soft spot for emerging heroes. Now, disappear and lie low for a while. I think things are going to get very rough for you. You fly towards home, your mind racing with questions. What will happen to your reputation now that the Gravitas is destroyed? Will the police blame everything on you? Will you become a fugitive? Then your thoughts spin completely out of control. Will Jury and Madame Vice be gunning for you after what you did to them? What did I do to Madame Vice? I did nothing. I warned her. Gah. Even worse, the remnants of the Spy Circle be out for revenge, and who is the mysterious Prodigy, the girl who sabotaged your first mission? Why didn't she kill you when she had the chance? You're too exhausted to begin to contemplate the answers to these questions. You push your powers to their limits and take in more than a few hits tonight. Not really. I mean, my power's at 56. My health is pretty damn low, though. But all you can think about right now is getting home to your bed, knowing that Grandma will help you sort it all out in the morning. 15 minutes later. It isn't long before you see your bedroom window waiting for you. Invitingly, thinking you might collapse before you can reach it, you give one final push to land inside. All you want to do is go in bed immediately, but you need to let Grandma know that you're alright. Your muscles aching. You move slowly towards the door. Gran, it's me, you shout. I'm alright, but I'm... Well, look who it is. You hear a familiar voice say, stopping you in your tracks. Sitting in your living room is none other than Kevlar Girl, Mayor Victon. And he does not look pleased. Shit. Well, that was the end of chapter 5, which I thought it was just 5 chapters, but I was wrong. Yeah, I'm screwed. In every turn. I have almost no health, little power. That turned very quickly out of my favor. And I will see you in chapter 6, where I'm probably going to get shot and killed. Have a good one.